This was our slogan from our group, always working at the sink, never allowed to make them. I love that one.
Hey, Sue asked me to grab a bottle of milk on the way home.
All right. So come on, finish. Tell us.
Yes.
Miss Angle was not there, and you have to tell us everything. Who wasn't there? Where were you?
How could I go? What am I, going to leave my kids by themselves?
Yeah. Come on, finish. Tell us.
Okay. I went for a swim, alright?
A swim? Oh my god. You did not make it that far.
ASI is the largest company in Wollongong and they refuse to hire women. Well, women need jobs! What do we want? Jobs for women! We want it now!
What do you think about us working here?
We never get anything done, love.
Life for women in Wollongong was a lot harder than it was for men because of the lack of work.
What do we want? Jobs for women! When do we want it? Now!
You couldn't get a loan, you couldn't take out a lease on a house without a male guarantor. Women earned 75% of the male rate of pay. It was in that atmosphere that the women's liberation movement started.
Just recognize your value and you won't look back. All among the ball, girls, all among the ball. Keep your hearts full, girls, keep your hearts full. What good is a man to turn around, falling up the hill? It's all the balls are after, it's a fair square deal.
What do we want? Jobs for women! When do we want
Should I call the police?
No, don't do anything. Just ignore them, they'll go away.
Extraordinary scenes today as women chained themselves to the gates of Australian steel and iron. They say they are refused work because they are women.
Women should have jobs. We have the right just as much as men do.
But men at the steelworks are showing no sympathy with the idea.
It's too dirty for Sheila's and it's bloody hard work.
What the hell is wrong with this country? Women steel workers? Next they want to be bloody truck drivers.
In other news,
You have to be joking.
A controversial new film, Alvin Purple, starring Graham.
Women have the right to choose. Join the protest this weekend. Abortion is still a crime in this country.
Ruth Sterling, stop that immediately!
Men have more say over our bodies than we do. We demand.
Report to the headmistress right now.
Standing in the staff room, and when the news came in about women, we just went crazy.
By 1973, the women's liberation movement was having an enormous impact.
I hear another man talking about full employment, I'll puke.
Yes, full employment. That's if you don't count women. What a load of shit.
What we called consciousness-raising groups were springing up everywhere. Women met to discuss their lives, their struggles, and we discovered that the personal was very political.
Please help yourself to some tea.
Thank you.
It's my right to choose. Why should I let some man decide what I can or can't do with my body?
I have 2 jobs. I nurse during the day, and at night I'm my husband's servant. But times are changing, let me tell you.
What do we need men for anyway? We need sister solidarity. We need to separate our lives from men altogether.
I think the big issue is equal pay. Once we're earning the same as men, then the playing field will be evened up.
Inequality is almost everywhere and discrimination should be outlawed. Don Dunson has got it together in South Australia. Brown could do the same.
Bit hard when he's the opposition leader.
Yeah, but he's ambitious, he's forward-thinking, and times are changing, Carol. Let's talk to him.
So, to be independent from men, I need to have my own job. But to work, I need free childcare for the kids.
Yeah.
Susan, Carol, welcome to the group. Please tell us about yourselves.
Well, I'm Carol Mason. Hello. Daughter of a GP.
Louis the Fly, a victim of Mortine.
In breaking news, Australian Steel and Iron today announced plans to recruit 800 overseas workers for their Port Kembla plant.
There's an unprecedented demand for our steel. We have to rapidly expand our workforce, and there simply aren't enough workers available locally.
ASI management say they are in discussions with federal ministers and are optimistic that the government will help them get access to the workers they need.
Bastards! No local workers available.
Yeah, I'm not going to let them get away with this.
Look, I'm the delegate for the Posties Union. Are you really going to stand there and tell me that I don't have the right to work?
No, Jane, it's not that. Married women can't take the jobs of married men. Come on.
Sheilas can't work at the steelworks. There aren't no toilets for you there, love.
This is a women's liberation issue. It's not a bloody union issue.
Not a union issue, listen! I was born with union blood. My father was in the Shearers Union and he taught me solidarity, that unions are for everyone, male and female, workers and their families. It's the steelworks who are recruiting 800 male workers from overseas, yet there are plenty of women right here in Wollongong who are ready to work. What's the problem? Call a spade, it's discrimination!
Sheila's wanting jobs at the steelworks. That's the problem.
Oh, come on. This is an important principle. Okay, touch one, touch all. Everybody needs the unions, and the unions are for everyone, male and female. Look, we are in constant dispute with ASI, and yet here is a group who is prepared to take action against them. What? Do we toe the company line? No. No? And we aren't going to support them? I support the women's fight. Let's put the motion to the vote.
Okay, settle down. I also support the women. Yes. Comrades, let's put it to the vote. Those in favour?
Aye. Jono?
Let Mummy get past. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Bye, Julie. Bye, Mark. Be good kids.
Teddy wants to give you a cuddle.
Oh, a cuddle. Oh. Bye, Teddy. Bye.
Bye.
You know, the men might not like it yet, but they'll come around.
Yeah, I know. Listen, just between you and me, the campaign's got something pretty special planned.
Yeah, you want some support?
Well, you might need it publicly after the action. We're going to get into the steelworks.
Yeah.
I need you to fix that wire up there in the roof. See how it's all unraveled?
Sure, boss.
Oh, fuck! Not again!
Hello? What? What do you mean the death of Emma Forbes? You're ringing to tell me that my friend has died and you want to know whether I'm calling off the campaign? Have a little respect.
we need more women in government and in the boardrooms.
Look, the legislation we're thinking of would cover both race and sex, but we need anti-discrimination legislation.
And the Labor Party need to lead on this.
I agree, but I can't do much in opposition. I am willing to test the waters, but I'll need to work the numbers for a private member's bill.
Women must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate. Not the church, not the state.
Support women's right to choose?
Not the church, not the state.
But this is a bit too thin for me.
Not the church, not the state. Women must.
Well, that's good, because you're just a bit too thick for me.
Women must decide their fate.
What do we want?
Abortion on demand.
What do we want?
A woman's right to choose.
You know, we need more active women like you. You could be a politician inside there one day, or a business executive.
In my world, there'll be no politicians or business executives. Just the working people, the majority, running the country for ourselves.
Promising young woman, but standing in the street calling for revolution won't help women.
But there is a place for street protests, Carol. Remember the suffragettes?
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate.
Poor Mark and Julie. Look at this. Typical media sensitivity. Seriously though, can we go on with the campaign? Of course we deserve the jobs. But maybe we cool off for a while.
Emma Forbes was a wonderful woman. She was a loving mother, someone who knew her very well and who I'm sure is feeling this terrible, tragic loss is Jane Carey. Jane.
Thank you all for coming. Emma was one of the good ones. I'll never forget the day she was hired by pipe makers. The pride when she told her parents that her and her kids could move into her own place. She seemed to grow a couple of inches. And when she got her first pay, you'd never seen those kids so well dressed. And now they tell us that women shouldn't work in these jobs, that we should get back in the home where we belong. Is that what Emma would have wanted? And what if we do go home? Are we safer there? How many women are killed at home? Emma working was not the problem. Unsafe working conditions from these grubby companies are the problem. A bloody safety rail is all that was needed. They can't say they didn't know. A few months back, a bloke died in exactly the same spot as Emma and they did nothing. These companies have a responsibility to provide safe working conditions for all workers, male and female. Emma's death should galvanise us to keep fighting for that better, kinder, more just world. We must keep fighting for it. For Emma. For Emma.
Sisters, can you hear me? Sisters everywhere. We're fighting for our freedom. We're fighting for our share. Yes, for our equal share of life. We'll show what we can do. We're fighting for equality, for we are people too. From the moment we are born, we're told what we should be. Good daughters, wives and mothers, why can't I just be me? Why can't I just be me? I say your answer takes too long. We've waited for 10,000 years, now we will right the wrong.
George, they're going to break into the place. Listen, Johnny. These girls might be nuts, but there's no way that they...
George, I'm telling you. I heard it from Jane Carey herself.
Live good minds and bodies of half the human race.
Women deserve equal rights.
It's very clear. They should live with equal rights.
So you'll send a reporter for 2:30?
The best that each can become. Join us in our fight.
Stan, we're going to need to beef up security big time. Eyes out for a break-in.
Could be smart. Yeah, it's real.
So it's bloody Sheila's.
Come on. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So I can expect a vote in favour when it comes up. I got Labor. I need you. Corrupt bastard. He's got to go.
We're fighting for equality, for we are people too.
Uh-huh.
I can't table it. Askin's killed it.
Okay, thanks. He hasn't got the numbers. Maybe after the election.
This is just the beginning.
On our palms, how cool can you get? You think we go to prison tonight? Well, Helen's got the bail money and the lawyer's number to get us out. Hey, look, the others have arrived.
Shh, someone's coming. They've got guns.
What do you think they shoot us? Oh, man!
Jobs for women! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Jobs for women! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Jobs for women! When do we want it?
Easy.
And we dressed up in men's overalls, and when we saw jobs that men were doing, we went in and started doing the jobs. We were filling things in bags at one stage, and we were lifting things here and there, and yeah, we just took up work wherever we saw it was happening. We just did a bit of work here and a bit of work there.
They're on this. Do you reckon they'll tell management? Let's just stay in as long as we can.
And we thought the men didn't know we were women, you know, but actually we would get a woof whistle every now and then, so I think they did know.
Oh my God, look at that. It's gotta go.
It got absolute news right around the world. It hit the press big time.
Why were you in the steelworks?
This is a work-in. ASI says women can't work here. We wanted to check to see that the women could do the work here too. Yeah.
Wasn't there a big risk something could have happened?
Look, I'm a doctor and I came to ensure the safety of the women, and I can assure you that they were in no danger at all. In fact, the women were working more safely than some of the men we observed.
What do you hope to achieve by this action?
ASI says women can't do the job. We just saw we absolutely can. Instead of ASI employing 800 male workers from overseas, they should employ the women right here in Wollongong who are ready to work now.
ASI management initially claimed the women had made up the story.
What women? The women were never there.
What do you mean, wow? They're damn troublemakers. Sure you don't want to be like these ratbags?
Then fighting to improve the lives of all women, including me.
Rubbish, they're dopes. If I ever hear of you trying to get a job like that, I'll disown you.
Well, Dad, when I finish school, I am going to fight for women to get jobs wherever they want.
You bloody well are not.
And I'm going to join the union. What? Why be a secretary when you can be a steel worker?
No, you're not.
I'm Mark Brooks for Win News.
Girls, they call us girls, invade the steelworks. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? The steelworks officially said we weren't there.
So the headline, meet the girls who weren't there.
Due to the campaign, a few hundred women were employed, but as women left, they were not replaced. The activist women were denied jobs. They were effectively blacklisted.
It's Kathy Gordon and I who were registered to get work there. Ponch Hawkes was a journalist from the national newspaper called Digger. We were trying to get some decent publicity. And Ros Harrison, who was a communist woman who came in as a doctor. We took her in for safety's sake because they were all saying that we were not safe and we might get our periods and all that sort of stuff.
In 1980, the Jobs for Women campaign was reignited with a new weapon, the anti-discrimination laws. However, the steelworks remained a formidable adversary.
Wollongong was an ugly, violent place. It was a hard town to be a young woman in.
Jane moved to Sydney, joined the BLF and campaigned for women's right to work on building sites. Carol went on to work with the New South Wales Anti-Discrimination Board. Ruth became one of the main activists of the 1980 Jobs for Women campaign, which turned into a 14-year struggle and eventually transformed the Australian industrial and legal landscape.
Don't be too polite, girls, don't be too polite. Show a little fight, girls, show a little fight. Don't be fearful of offending in case you get the sack. Just recognize your value and you won't look back. Don't be too afraid, girls, don't be too afraid. We're clearly underpaid, girls, clearly underpaid. Though equal pay in principle is every woman's right. Just put that into practice, we must show a little fight. Don't be too afraid, girls, don't be too afraid. We're clearly underpaid, girls, clearly underpaid. The people at the top rarely offer something more, unless the people underneath are walking out the door.
What was the one about the doormat?
The doormat. All among the bull, girls, all among the bull. Keep your hearts full, girls, keep your hearts full. What good is a man as a doormat, the following at the heel? It's not their balls we're after, it's a fair square deal.
I like the rhythm of that one.
That's your favourite one?